there, and welcome back to the channel. It's like a maze getting back here without knocking these mics out of alignment, because I've already, set the mics up, so I don't want to have to go back and do that again. All right, so I've got everything set up. Got the tracks armed. I've got 4 tracks armed. Sorry, I got 4 tracks armed because I have 1, 2, 3, 4 mics. They're in the first 4. High Z is off in the first track because we don't need that. And I've got that mic about 3 inches out from the edge of the snare. Yeah, I like the way that mic sits, and I like the way it sounds. So that's all fine and dandy. And then these 2 here, and if you've seen me do this before, this is the Recorder Man measuring technique where you put these 2 sticks on top of each other. You got like a half of a millimeter of clearance, and then I move it to this without moving. Maybe just a little bit back on this one. I can just adjust these for days, but if you don't get this correct, if you don't get these exactly right, you will have phase issues, and that's darn close. Okay, and then that bass drum mic is out a little further. Alright, so I've been practicing this all week. What's today? Thursday? Yeah, I started practicing this last week whenever I made my last video. The next day, I came up here every day except last night. So hopefully I've done enough pre-production work to merit, turning that camera on and laying this down. We'll see. If not, I can always turn it off and you will never know that I had to go ahead and do it again. Alright, so I won't have anything on musically, because it'll pick up on the mics, and so you won't be able to hear any music to what I'm doing, but here's the take. Let's see if I can get it. There's a lot. Let me just test this snare drum. Okay, it's doing really well. As far as I've got no effects, I've got the gain and unity gain, at 0, which is 100 if you check it on your pan EQ button. And I've got everything else at 100, but I've got the gain cranked to about 2 o'clock on 2, 3, and 4. This one I've got the gain, completely cranked down pretty much. I might put a little bit of it on there. But this one, and that one, the gain is up at like 2 o'clock, which gives it, you're getting a, -6 or whatever. I can't remember what the numbers are, but just the yellow, full yellow, absolutely no red. You don't see any peaking. That's the goal. You don't want to see any red. Back in the day of analog tape, recording drums on analog tape, you can nail it, as long as it wasn't just too distorted. Because it wouldn't sound distorted, it'd get kind of smeared and like compressed sounding. It's amazing. So that's the best thing about tape, is putting drums on it. You can really. Here with digital, you can't do that. If once you go distorted with digital, it's just horrible. It's like a disgusting sound. Now you can push this zoom pretty hard, but you don't want your drums to be, distorted. So it's a fine line between gain and distortion. Okay, here we go. Let's see what happens. Record play is going to be in effect. I'll be listening to me counting off. Let me just try clicking these sticks. Wait, let me say, when did I say 1, 2, 3? Okay, right at the beginning at 1. Now I'm not going to do any stick clicks. Okay, it's just too dumb to sit there and worry about it. I'll just keep that voice on there at all times going 1, 2. And I can record it later, like sync up to it later, but I don't want to worry about that on the track, like literally be thinking about clicking in and messing up the track, making that harder than the actual take. I injured my hand years ago. I was like 25. I got back into skating, and I was like, trying to street skate, and I went down on this hand. And a doctor recently kind of grabbed my hand. I thought it was carpal tunnel. It's like unbelievable pain and like numbness and stuff. And he just kind of twisted it a little bit. He said, "Oh, you got, something going on with the bones." So after that, I've been just pulling it back into position. It's amazing. It doesn't hurt at all. You have to remember to do it, or you'll wake up in pain. All right, here we go. Okay, I just weirded out for a second. If you start thinking, it's almost like worthless. I mean, you have to think, you know. I'm not saying don't think, but once you start like contemplating it, like sometimes my mind will wander, and it's just, don't do that. So then you get lost. That's what happened. I undid that. Hold on, I'm talking. I don't want to have that voice. All right, so I rewound. I hit the back button, undid it, you know, so it no longer exists, doesn't start eating up space on the disk. Here we go, record play. That was a pretty good take, okay, energy, but I missed one cymbal, and I was like, the energy's just a little off. Got a little off the guitar. So, why keep going? You get tired doing this. I don't like making people at home wait. They're trying to see the take get done. And they're nice enough to hang around, so just stop and get on with it, you know. Here we go. Sorry. Just if you think at all about anything but this, you get gone quick. Sorry, I messed up on those little tom. Doom, doom. Those are little Phil Collins tom bumps. He does that like constantly. It's like offbeat tom. It's just like one little thing that just stands out. It's so cool. Frank Beard does it too from ZZ Top. Like probably everybody does it. It's like a jazz thing. Okay, that was pretty good, but a couple of critical errors. One time I got a little hesitant on the bass drum, and I thought right in my mind, well, you can go back and elevate that one little bass drum, but once that happened, my energy got weird. And on the third verse, I got, not on the verse, but on the third chorus, I got off tempo for probably 2-3 seconds, just enough to, I can tell I'm going to be able to tell. Alright, so undo that. Yeah, that was getting good too. Alright, just trying to get the nerves out. I get nervous once I'm starting to track. I know people are watching, you know, that kind of thing. Makes it more stiff. Like I was doing all kinds of cool finger rolls and stuff last night, getting all confident, and then you get stiff when it's time to track, you know. Red light. Alright, record play. I could better that little triplet. If you do it right, it's perfect. It's like a stagger, like the monkey's opening. Sorry, still didn't have it quite loud enough, I don't think. Didn't hit the cymbal. Alright, so just see if I can nail it really quickly. Just get it. Get everything ready to go. Check all my levels again. I already did that. Record play. I started doing this dumb thing on the hat, sorry. It's just like, why would you even try that right now? Full cymbal fade this time with no vroom vroom, motorcycles or any of that crap. Alright, here's the thing I'm worried about. I'm going to save it by hitting project really quickly. Then reselect it. Let me grab the guitar here and just make sure that there's nothing funky on that third verse. It's the third verse that I'm hear a little something, like I didn't play it quite right. Darn, I don't have a pick. Let me just check it really quick. Okay, hold on once. Let me just, sorry. I know this is confusing. I'm trying to make sure that I didn't goof this third verse up, because that's what was what was messed up last time. Sorry, I'm sweating in here. All right, let's see. Here we go. Okay, I think it's a take. I'll obviously review it. Tomorrow I'll be back to play it back and you know, do the little Audacity bit I was going to do. Take it in there, high pass, maybe amplify a track or two. The snare is usually perfect. Bass drum's usually great. This is usually good. This one sometimes will need like 3 to 5 dB amplification. That's it. I don't do anything else in there. And then I bring it back and we'll just make sure it's okay tomorrow. All right. Thank you so much. Next time.